What is going on, guys? We are back at it again with a Week 5 NFL Game Day prediction. So, we are just a quarter of the way done throughout the season. So, let us get started with these predictions for Week 5. So, the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Denver Broncos Thursday night. And as you know, both starting running backs are out. Javonte Williams is out for the season, and Jonathan Taylor is out for the game. With this game. So where do I see this prediction going with this one? So honestly, I gotta go with the Broncos in this one, just because I just feel like the Broncos have a very favorable matchup here, just because Colts have just not been the same team uh, ever since I don't know when, but the point is Indianapolis has just been looking so piss poor lately. Matt Ryan just not looking good. The defense, same. I mean, there's a bunch of injuries on both sides of the Indianapolis Colts offense and defense. Yeah, of course, Jonathan Taylor out for the game, and Shaq Leonard. I'm not gonna even. I want to call him freaking Darius. It's so stupid how he freaking changes it, like to Shaquille Leonard. It just doesn't. It just doesn't feel right as at all. But anyway, uh, the Broncos. I feel like they have uh a better offense, a better defense. I believe that secondary for the Broncos will absolutely, completely shut down Matt Ryan and the Colts offense. So give me the Broncos with this prediction. Broncos 23, the Colts 17. All right, moving on to Sunday, and we will go across the pond to jolly old England, where we will watch the New York Football Giants take on the Green Bay Packers. So, where do I see this prediction going with this one? This was a very hard call on this game because I like these two teams. They are acting like a good team right now. These are both uh, teams that are actually getting their momentum going, and these are good teams. Uh, you have Saquon Barkley on the offense, who literally is healthy as he can be, and is number one right now in fantasy. But when you have on the other side the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers is now starting to utilize his new receiving core. Yeah, it's not the receiving core he's been wanting, but he is actually getting the job done. Uh, Anyway, I believe this will be a very good matchup. I might actually see this game as well. I will absolutely take the Green Bay Packers with this prediction alone. Uh, just because I just feel like Aaron Rodgers is still going to be Aaron Rodgers. I know the Giants are looking like a good team. I think this is going to be close with this one, but again, this was a very hard game to predict. I'm going to take the Packers 31, the Giants 24. All right, so moving on. My Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills at Buffalo. So where do I see this prediction with this one? So as a lot of Steeler fans know, uh, Kenny Pickett has been named the starting quarterback against the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, they benched Mitch Trubisky against the Jets after the halftime. Just frankly, Mitch Trubisky just could not get the job done. And, Mitch Trubisky has just still been mediocre Mitch Trubisky. He's just not getting it done. And you could tell by the locker room. that they're very frustrated with Mitch Trubisky. They're very frustrated with Matt Canada. And honestly, I just think fucking Matt Canada needs to go after this season. And he's just not utilizing Pittsburgh that well on offense. Kenny Pickett. When they started Kenny Pickett against the Jets, yeah, his first throw was an interception, but technically, I mean, he did throw like 3 interceptions. 2 of those were not his fault. So I do see Buffalo winning this, but if you think about it, uh, Buffalo doesn't really know much about Kenny Pickett, except when they see his college film. I mean, the dude is running around and throwing deep balls. This is exactly why the Pittsburgh Steelers drafted this guy in the first place. Number 1, he actually knows the system. Number 2, he can move on the run. He can throw the ball down the field. This guy has a cannon for an arm. And this is exactly what the Steelers have been looking for. So I do expect the Bills to actually win this one. Josh Allen is an absolute GOAT for Buffalo. And the defense, absolutely one of the best in the NFL, if not Super Bowl contenders for this team, the Buffalo Bills. But I may or may not expect that the Buffalo Bills could have some trouble with Kenny Pickett, trying to get him on the ground. He's going to be very shifty. And I feel like, yeah, the Bills are probably going to win against the Steelers. So give me the Bills on here. Unfortunately, I got to go with the Bills. Sorry, Steeler fans. But the Bills 31, the Steelers 24. All right, so moving on, the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Cleveland Browns. So, where do I see this game going with this one? So, I do see this as an interesting matchup. Yeah, Jacoby Brissett is actually utilizing the Browns right now up until Deshaun Watson comes back. But really, I mean, I just think Jacoby Brissett is way better than Deshaun Watson. I mean, the dude is just absolutely wasted with football talent after not even playing for almost 2 years, not to mention legal actions, but also uh, he's just not that consistent anymore. At all. And Chubb has been doing a great job. Jacoby Brissett is doing a good job. Amari Cooper has been doing a good job. Even the defense for the Cleveland Browns have been doing a great job. But the Los Angeles Chargers, Justin Herbert is absolutely a great quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers. Uh, just because how tough he is and he can throw the ball down the field. Yeah, they're still missing Keenan Allen. I don't know when he's coming back. I don't know if he's even going to be playing in this game. But watching this, I have to go with the Chargers. I just feel like they're the much better team and they are the favorites to win. So the LA Chargers 27, the Browns 23. Okay, so moving on, the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. So where do I see this game going with this one? So I gotta go with Minnesota. I just feel like, yeah, I think they're the better team on this game. Chicago, yeah, they're still shaky as hell, and they're still trying to figure some stuff out. Nothing much more on this one. I just feel like this is just a no-brainer for this game. I feel like Minnesota is a little bit better, well, much better, against the Chicago Bears. So I am going to say the Minnesota Vikings 24, the Bears 14. All right, so moving on, the Detroit Lions taking on a Mac-less Jones. Patriots, no Mac Jones. It appears to be Bailey Zapp will be the starting quarterback. I could be wrong. It could be Brian Hoyer. So where do I see this game going with this one? Absolutely. There's something about Detroit that I am really starting to like. Detroit is looking really good. I mean, their whole demeanor is growing every single game. We're seeing Detroit score huge amount of points, but unfortunately don't win. I feel like they're going to win this game against New England. I think whoever the quarterback is going to be in New England is going to have a very bad time against this Detroit secondary and offense. I mean, Jared Goff is absolutely utilizing the offense right now. I don't know if what was it? DeAndre Swift is going to be playing, but they have Jamal Williams, who's just been absolutely fantastic as their backup running back. So, he's Jamal Williams is definitely a number one running back whenever DeAndre Swift is injured. So, also Aiden Hutchinson looking really good and looking like a absolute superstar stud for Detroit. So I'm going to go with Detroit on this one. I just feel like they are just way better than the Patriots right now. Patriots just not getting the job done. There's just so many opportunities missed with New England. The Lions 28, the Patriots 10. Okay, so moving on. A good old classic we saw with Marshawn Lynch and his so-called beast mode beastquake game, the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New Orleans Saints. So where do I see this game going? So I am going to absolutely take the Seahawks just because honestly, Geno Smith looking very good for the uh Seahawks. So I'm starting to become a believer of Geno Smith now because this is a guy who was drafted by the Jets, didn't really get a chance to play for the Jets, just wasn't great. He was just mediocre, went to other teams, and now he is the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. He actually won NFC Offensive Player of the Week in week 4. The Saints, yeah. They got good wide receivers. Chris Olave is looking really good. But the fact is, when you have a growing Geno Smith who knows exactly what to do, and if he can actually keep on doing what he did last week, no doubt Seattle is definitely going to be a dark horse in the NFC West. So, give me the Seattle Seahawks with this prediction. The Seahawks 33, the Saints 27. All right, so moving on, the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Football Jets at MetLife Stadium. So, where do I see this prediction going with this one? Now, I know a lot of people are very worried with Tua Tagovailoa, and everybody should be because honestly, Dolphins really screwed up uh, on how they handled the whole concussion thing with Tua. They have Teddy Bridgewater starting in there. Yeah, he's a veteran quarterback. He's just not great. He's average, not great. Um, but I just see, I definitely see the Jets definitely winning this one. With Zach Wilson back and all, I think he's going to absolutely do a great job in defeating the Miami Dolphins. If I were to say Tua was playing in this game, I would have gone with the Miami Dolphins on this one. But at this time, I'm going to take the Jets. I think just because I think they are going to be a much hungrier team than the Miami Dolphins. And not to mention, I think the Jets actually have more healthy players on their team than the Miami Dolphins. So give me the Jets, 21-20. All right, so moving on, the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So where do I see this game going with this one? So the Falcons, they lost Cordell Patterson, the veteran running back. He won't be available for some time due to an injury. I just feel like I just feel like Marcus Mariota will absolutely start throwing this ball uh, with Kyle Pitts and Drake London and all his other guys. The next guy up on the running back core is Tyler Algier, who is a rookie out of BYU. If I'm incorrect on that one, I do apologize. But I've been hearing on the Buccaneers side, Chris Godwin is expected to make his debut for this season for the Buccaneers. So getting him back is absolutely going to be a blessing for Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. So you got to go with the favors on this one. Uh, give me the Buccaneers on this one. So the Buccaneers 27, the Atlanta Falcons 20. Okay, so moving on, the Tennessee Titans taking on the Washington Commanders at Maryland, in Landover, Maryland. So where do I see this prediction going with this one? So I gotta go with the Titans. Yeah, Derrick Henry actually had a better game. He actually is returning to his former glory. He scored like 2 touchdowns against the Colts last week. So you could basically officially say Derrick Henry is back. So, but the Commanders though, still I don't trust Carson Wentz. I just really don't. So uh, the Titans, I feel like they are going to win this game just because, I just think they're a better team overall. The Commanders, not really. So uh, give me the Titans on this one. So the Titans, 24, the Commanders, 13. Okay, moving on is the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, where do I see this game going with this one? Again, this is another tough prediction for this game. Uh, but I have to go with the Jaguars just because I just feel like the Jaguars are now looking like a better team under Coach Peterson. Doug Peterson has been looking really good for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, both on the offense and defense side of the ball. Trevor Lawrence is definitely getting the job done. The Jacksonville Jaguars were giving the Philadelphia Eagles a lot of trouble last time, and I do expect the Jaguars to do the same thing to the Houston Texans. Yeah, the Texans are mediocre. They're average. I mean, you can't really say nothing bad about them. Davis Mills is starting to look like a good quarterback. But if I have to choose who's the better team and who's more hungry in this game, I gotta go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. My prediction for the Jaguars 27, the Texans 20. So moving on, the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Carolina Panthers at Carolina. So where do I see this prediction going with this one? So yeah, Baker Mayfield is kind of an on and off quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey has been dealing with an injury, which usually when you see Christian McCaffrey actually is on the injury report, it's not good. It definitely not is not good. I mean, the dude is as fragile as glass right now. I mean, when he's healthy, he's fantastic, but when he's injured, the dude is fragile. Uh, but um, I have to just go with San Francisco on this one. Despite them playing in Carolina, San Francisco's just a better team overall. I feel like they're going to get the job done with Carolina and single-handedly actually defeat them in this game. So I am going to take the San Francisco 49ers to beat the Carolina Panthers 24-16. All right, so moving on, the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Los Angeles Rams. So where do I see this game going? This game in particular, upset of the week, the Dallas Cowboys, Cooper Rush Mania will absolutely once again be prevail against the Los Angeles Rams. So I'm going to take the Cowboys on this one. I think Cooper Rush is doing such a great job utilizing the Dallas Cowboys, and this is basically another like cornerback versus cornerback. Trayvon Diggs versus Jalen Ramsey. I mean, these teams both have great cornerbacks at the end, and I feel like this is going to be a very close game. But if Cooper Rush can absolutely do what he does, no doubt, I feel like the Cowboys will upset the Rams in this game. The Cowboys 27, the Rams 21. All right, moving on. The Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Arizona Cardinals. So, where do I see this game going with this one? So, yeah, Philadelphia absolutely looking like the NFC contender, possibly Super Bowl contender. They have the fucking firepower to absolutely beat any team in this league. A.J. Brown looking fantastic. Devontae Smith looking fantastic. Dallas Goedert looking fantastic. Miles Sanders looking fantastic. The defense, number one in fantasy. You cannot deny that the Philadelphia Eagles are definitely a very dangerous team in this league, especially when you are taking on the Arizona Cardinals. So I expect the Cardinals is going to have a lot of trouble with both sides of the ball, especially with Kyler Murray playing in there at quarterback. So, yeah, they got Hollywood Brown as their wide receiver, and of course, D Hops will be back in week 7. So, hopefully, Arizona will be a much better team with uh, not only Hollywood but D Hops as well. But you got to go with the favorites on this one. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles on this one. 34 to 22. All right, so moving on, the Cincinnati Bengals takes on the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday night at Baltimore. So where do I see this game going with this one? So, yeah, we have seen the AFC North lose twice. Like all 4 teams in the AFC North lose twice. Like both in the same uh, week. Well, whatever. Sorry. But what I'm saying is uh, these 4 teams have uh, taken losses in 2 of the 5 weeks that have already occurred. But I have to go with the Baltimore Ravens on this one. I just feel like right now, I feel like they're just a better team. They got J.K. Dobbins back. They got the run game back. Lamar Jackson looking like a phenomenal guy just to earn that contract that they failed to actually sign him to. But if he can keep this up uh, to a wide spectrum, I feel like the Ravens will sign Lamar Jackson eventually. The money just wasn't there. Uh, but the Ravens are utilizing their offense. The defense I can't really trust the Ravens defense. They're sort of a mess and stuff. And of course, Cincinnati. Yeah, this is going to be a very competitive game. Yeah, Joe Burrow's good. Jamar Chase is good. Joe Mixon is good. Uh, it's a very this is a very hard uh game to call on this one, but at the end, I have to go with the Baltimore Ravens. You got to go with the home team. So the Ravens 24, the Bengals 20. All right, so closing the week 5 uh game. All right, so closing the week 5 uh game. So the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs at Kansas City. So where do I see this prediction going with this one? And as you know, you got to go with Kansas City just because they are the better team in this game. What has been going on with the Las Vegas Raiders is beyond me. I just don't think Josh McDaniels is a great coach. He's just not utilizing the team. You could tell by the frustration by uh, the Las Vegas Raiders that they're very frustrated with the coaching staff. They really felt like they could do better with the last coaching staff. And why they didn't even keep the guy who got them into the playoffs is beyond me. Maybe it was just money. Maybe it was just for the job opportunity. I don't know. I'm not a NFL analyst, but I am a. You could say I can actually predict games all the time. So anyway, Kansas City is definitely going to win this game, just regardless of how Las Vegas is. You gotta go with the favorites. The Kansas City Chiefs 34, the Raiders 20. All right, guys. So there you have it. That will be the week 5 predictions. So I hope you guys like this video on this. So I will try and make more Steelers content. I do apologize that I have not been making more any Steelers videos. I've just been very busy with just not only the job, but I just became an uncle once again uh for a nephew. So I'll try my best to actually get a video up probably tomorrow for the Steelers review, the Steelers versus the Bills. So, let me know what you think about this video. Don't forget to like and comment and like my channel. So, and I will see you guys later on the next video. Peace out, y'all.